Welcome to Devoid TCG Goes Pro. My name's Devin, and we're about to qualify for a Pro Tour together. If that's something that sounds interesting to you, subscribe down below, hit the bell for notifications, and let's do this. I've played a lot of Magic in my life, 17 years, but I have never qualified for a Pro Tour. I've always just been a Friday night Magic grinder, someone who'll show up at a Saturday 1K and top 8, winning team events, but I have never qualified for the Pro Tour. I've never even won an RCQ. Second in both RCQs and PTQs back when they were PTQs, but I have never qualified for the Pro Tour. So in this series, we're going to go from somebody who's never qualified for even a regional championship all the way to the Pro Tour. So in this series, you're going to see my testing for RCQs, my testing for RCs, as well as live vlogs from those tournaments. And for our first video, we're going to do some testing of Jeskai Oculus in Standard, because that's what I'm going to be playing at the next few weeks of RCQs for Standard. And if Standard's not your thing, come back in a few weeks and we're going to be doing some Modern. Thank you, and let's do this. All right, game one. Let's see. We will draw first. So we have discard outlet, reanimation outlet. We're still looking for the Oculus, but we have a removal. We have fear of missing out. So we have some sources to keep us going. We'll keep this. I'm going to lead with the Spire Bluff Canal. And we're just going to torch this before it gets out of hand. And before they have access to pump it out of range of Torch the Tower. Let's see. Another mouse. Okay. So we'll go Seachrome Coast while I can still come in untapped. And let's go. Let's go Bitter Reunion so we can dig a little bit deeper for an Oculus. So next turn we can ideally go Fear of Missing Out Helping Hand. Let's get rid of the Siren. Would have been better turn one. Next turn we'll probably go Fear of Missing Out, pitching the Helping Hand. Take 3 here. Next turn we can leave the Floodmaw open. So actually what I'm going to do is Fear of Missing Out, and then instead of discarding the Helping Hand, we're going to discard the Scholar and then Helping Hand it back. It gives them one more turn where they can be a little bit aggressive towards us, but hopefully this should be enough to stabilize and get us in a winning position, instead of just trying to drag out the game. Wow, that was bad. I'm going to discard the other Steam Auger, so next turn I have the option of Helping Hand again. So they're down to 3 cards in hand. From 16, we're still in a pretty dangerous position. This attack leads me to think that they have some source of pump. So it's really, do I want to trade my Fear of Missing Out for a card in their hand? Unless they kill it first. So we're at 7. They're down to 1 card in hand. We have the Into the Maw available. So what we're gonna do is empty, and then attack with the Scholar, and then we're gonna pitch Vantage, hoping for a land that comes in untapped. Oculus, nice. So we'll deal the 3. I'm going to leave up the Floodmaw and just pass here. So next turn we can Helping Hand. Resolve this. Let it happen. Still down to 1 card. And if he spends it on anything... I'm gonna pass the blockers, block here, and then see if he does anything before damage. Because if he has the extra point of damage, I'll bounce, but I'd rather make him use it. So now we're gonna bounce that. We're gonna take 3 to the face. And they'll concede game 1. Okay, so game 2 against mono red. Let's see, what do I want? I think I want the pyroclasms. Oh, I lost my mouse. And I think I want the Sheltered by Ghosts, just to slow them down a little bit. I'll cut 2 Sirens, cut the Kiora, and cut the Bitter Reunions. And let's try it like this. Let's see. So we have Helping Hand, discard outlet, a little short on land. I like the Sheltered by Ghost. Let's try this. That's a lot of Swift Spears. I'm going to go with Memory here. It allows us to draw a card, and then next turn we can pump our Fear of Missing Out. And if they tap out for a big swing here, we can blow out with Pyroclasm. Nice. So if we Pyroclasm, we take out the Swift Spears, but the Nemesis hits us back. But it puts us in a position where next turn we can go Nemesis, Sheltered by Ghosts, or Fear of Missing Out, Sheltered by Ghosts. I don't think it's a great play, but I think it's better than any other option we have available to us. Because we're going to go to 8 here. They're going to swing us down to 5. Whatever their 2 cards are, we could already be dead. So this will swing us to 4 with 1 card left in hand. But we should be able to really turn that corner now. Let's discard a Helping Hand because that's not really the position we're in. We'll go Sheltered by Ghosts on Fear of Missing Out. Take the Screaming Nemesis. Put the counter on. So if we get to untap, we do have a 4/4 lifelink. And we can Shelter by Ghosts again to make it 6. So the only option we have is block the Nemesis. So we're really going to take 2. Never mind, we die. Okay, let's see. Do we want to make any changes being on the play? I think I like Siren a little bit more on the play because it allows us to actually use Shelter by Ghosts on turn 2. Trim a Helping Hand, and let's trim an Enti. So being on the play helps out a lot in this matchup. Tempo would have been completely different last game if we were on the play. So this time we'll play first. So we have Pyroclasm, Siren, Fear of Missing Out. We'll keep this. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna hold the Siren. Planning on Pyroclasming probably on my turn 3. We'll just play this slow. We'll take the 1 damage. And we can pretty safely drop Fear of Missing Out. We'll discard the Enti because we can reanimate it with Helping Hand if you know our situation doesn't change. So they're down to 4 cards in hand. I could Helping Hand, bring back Fear of Missing Out, loot. But if I'm not in a position where I'm being forced to move, I would rather Thundering Falls, look for something better to reanimate. And now probably just do nothing. Plan on Pyroclasming next turn, leave up the Torch the Tower if they try to Monstrous Rage, and then next turn try and put us into more of an aggressive position. So now at least our Pyroclasm's a 2 for 1. So far what I'm not liking about this deck is the mana base. I haven't played Standard since Khan's block, but the fact that everything's fast land means that after turn 3 everything comes in tapped, which I'm not so far the biggest fan of. Let's see, so we're at 14 life. They really haven't put any pressure on, and the longer the game goes, the better it is for me. So I'm just going to drop Seachrome Coast. And I think pass. Yeah, because next turn I can go Helping Hand, or Pyroclasm, Helping Hand, Siren if I find nothing else. And I still have the Torch the Tower up in case he tries to Monstrous Rage one of these out of where I can touch it. But if all he's doing right now is activating his land on his Emberheart Challenger, I'm okay. Next turn I go down to 10. Alright, so now that we have 5 mana, let's lead with Pyroclasm. Let's Helping Hand, get the Scholar back. I think in this position I want to keep the Oculus. I think I might just dump the Augur. And should be in a position where next turn I can just cast Oculus. We'll go Siren. And we will try to explore on the Augur. Make it a more appealing option for removal. And try and fuel our graveyard. So we have two forms of interaction. Really, Oculus is where the game will kind of get out of hand to the point where they can't touch us. And we have enough cards in grave to fuel it as is. So let's see what they do. 3/3, sure. I don't know if I care about that. I'll chump just so that I can keep more things in my graveyard. Let's see. So we have access to 5 mana this turn. We'll start by attacking because nothing's going to change from that. Oculus. I'm going to leave one of the fear of missing outs in. And now I can either leave up removal or go fear of missing out, try and dig a little bit deeper, and more importantly, try and double attack next turn. I think I like that better. I'm going to keep the Into the Flood Maw, because at this point we're more focused on tempo than actually permanently removing a threat. And if it gets back to our turn, we're just going to drop this Sheltered by Ghosts. I'm going to take the Torch the Tower just to get a sorcery in the grave. So next turn we're going to Shelter by Ghosts on the Oculus. And be able to double swing with it, which should end this game. They can't have too many options here. Oh. Okay, they had a lot of options. So we're going to chump here. Take the 5, go to 5. And still be in a position where this should be over this turn. Because we're going to go Sheltered by Ghosts on the Oculus. Okay. Into the Maw. So we're going to swing for 16. No, 6 to 14, but we're going to gain 12. And we get the concession. So match 1 against Red Deck wins. We have a victory. So we are still in bronze. It's been a while since I've played, but I'll see you in the next match. All right, match 2. I think in that last match we could have. There's definitely somewhere we misplayed in game 2. Let me know in the comments where you think we misplayed. Game 3, I think we did really well. Looking at this, I couldn't ask for a better hand. Discard Outlet, Helping Hand, Oculus. Let's keep it. Okay, let's lead with this. Throw that in the grave. Let's see. Looks like we're up against the mirror match. But we'll go Fear of Missing Out, discard the Oculus, draw a new card. Yeah, we'll take one. And then here, I think we just drop a land. Let's swing first. See if they want to use any interaction. No? Okay. Go Helping Hand. Bring back the Oculus. I think we play the Siren because I don't think we need 2 pieces of interaction up. It'll help us kind of divest our threats. And we'll just sit on the map token so that if we need a torch for 3, we can. Alright, so it looks like we're not actually up against the mirror match, but instead against Convoke. So let him get the token. We get to Manifest Dread. Maybe we should have kept up 2 pieces of interaction, but what do we want to do here? So we have 3 cards engraved. They're going to exile this. I don't think it's worth bouncing our own card. I think we just let it happen. Let them attack if they want to. And then I think to try and slow them down, we torch something. Probably torch the flyer so we can kind of swing freely. I'm going to do Kiora now to try and turn on the Fear of Missing Out. What do we have? Instant creature sorcery. So we'll pitch the land to turn on Fear of Missing Out. And we'll pitch the Siren. We'll attack with everything. And we will untap the Fear of Missing Out because they can't double block and just kill it. And then we'll swing with the Fear of Missing Out again. Bring him to 11. Next turn we can turn on Threshold. Get Scion of the Deep. But I don't know how much we care. I think he's about to drop the Knight. Yeah. So that'll let him add cards to hand. I think on our turn we're gonna bounce it. So now we got a land. So what we can do is bounce this. Okay. So now this is turned on. And we will explore. I want to explore here because if we can get a 4/3 that they can't 4/3 that they can't block, we put them in a position where, okay, now they have to chump to stay alive. We don't need another Scion. And I think just because, like, they don't really have access to flyers with what we've seen, we're going to Helping Hand to get the Augur back. Just put the Oculus in the grave, but now we also have lethal in the air here, as well as, you know, attack with Spyglass Siren, untap Fear of Missing Out. So unless they do something crazy here, I expect to see the concession. Okay, we'll block the real creature. And there's the concession. Okay, so we want the Pyroclasms. I'm still not, like, there's never been a point where I've wanted Bitter Reunion. What else do we... I mean, Torch the Tower is fine. And I think we take the Sheltered by Ghosts because, like, it slows them down unless it's better on the play. Let's run it like this. Oh, we want both Pyroclasms. What's the other card we cut? We'll trim a Spell Pierce because I don't think that's really a lot what we want right now. And let's see. If, like I said, if you see any sideboarding decisions that you would do differently, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you would do differently. I'm still learning the deck myself and definitely going to make a lot of mistakes, but the goal is to learn now before the upcoming RCQs. Moving forward, plans for the channel. There's only, I think, 3 or 4 more weeks of standard RCQs. We're probably going to run Oculus through all 3. And then we'll shift gears to Modern. In Paper, we have Eldrazi, Blue-White Blink built. And then I built Oculus in Standard so that I would have access to at least the more expensive part of Oculus. Because I like the Esper Oculus deck, but we'll see. So we have Torch the Tower, we have Fear of Missing Out, Spyglass Siren. We have discard outlets. We just don't have Reanimation and we don't have Oculus. But I think this hand digs us and it kind of supports itself, so we'll keep that. Okay. We'll go Canal, and if they're not going to do anything, let's go Siren. Sorry about that, my DoorDash driver called. So all they did was play a Cauldron. And we got a Memory. So I'm going to go Vantage, Memory. Take a card. Put a counter. Swing for 2. And then next turn we can drop Augur and try and out-tempo them that way. Painter Studio. I don't actually know what this card does. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. I think I want to kill their Siren and Fear of Missing Out. So, before they can interact with it, let's kill this. I think we're at a place where we want to get rid of the Surveil land. Draw a card, put a counter on the Siren. And then next turn we should also be able to turn on the Fear of Missing Out. And it looks like they're short on mana. So let's see. Okay, let's see. So we'll drop. I really want to get this Fear of Missing Out online. We will pitch the Vantage that we're just not going to cast. And let's explore, because they still don't have mana. I think we keep that. And let's explore again. Because next turn we can Scholar and then Helping Hand. And this turn we're going to deal 6, bring them down to 9. So we should be in a position where if they don't do anything next turn, we just win. Sure. Okay, let's see. So we can turn on Fear of Missing Out, or we should be able to. Either way, we want a Steam Core Scholar. Because that way we can use Proft. We'll discard another Steam Core Scholar. And then let's use the map token. Draw a land. And put the counter here. Bring them to 5. And we'll just drop the land so that we have more flexibility next turn. So, like, they're dropping blockers, but it feels like too little too late at this point. Because we're going to kill the flyer, put counters here. Yeah, so step 1, we kill the flyer. Drop the Steam Core Augur. Get rid of the Oculus. And then we're gonna make them use the Cauldron in combat. Then because this has Vigilance, Alright, so we got them down to 1. They have the Cauldron untapped. I'm just going to drop another Siren and wait. Like they know we have the helping hand, so the Cauldron, yeah, is just going to take. Okay, I don't understand at 1 life against all these flyers, like what their plan is. Like, sure, you sift through your deck, but like you tapped out of mana now. All right, they just want to see more of their deck before they gave up. All right, next game will be in Bronze 1. So my goal was to have 3 matches for this video. We're still relatively new, so I forgot to hit start recording on the last match. So we're gonna go in for 1 more. You missed a matchup against Green White Cage where we looked very outclassed. Game 1, like by the time we mounted anything, they had such a board presence that we couldn't deal with and couldn't keep up. Game 2, we kept a risky 1-lander on 6 that if we got a white source would get us Oculus on turn 3. We didn't see another land, I want to say, until turn 3, and then we didn't see a white source all game. By the time we finally, no, we didn't see a white source. We conceded, but let's try this one more time. We're gonna mulligan this. Discard outlet, Oculus, recommission, lands. We're gonna keep this, put a Scholar back, and let's go. All right, let's go. Spire Bluff Canal and pass. Restless Cottage. That land's kind of sick. Duress is going to take probably the recommission. Like, they could take Bitter Reunion, but it doesn't, like, okay. So our plan here doesn't really change much. We're going to Bitter Reunion on turn 2, pitch the Oculus, and try and find another reanimation source. And then next turn we can play Scholar. Scholar, pitch Siren. We'll play the land that they know about. Scholar. Nice. Discard a Siren. I'm starting to think that the deck needs, like, maybe 1 more recommission. Like, I get that it can be clunky at times, but, like, even if you're not going for the combo, just a value recommission, like taking Scholar back, drawing 2, pitching 1. And, like, Bitter Reunion, I guess, technically it's a source of card advantage, but let's see. Let's go combat because we don't really want to discard anything else. And before we really commit anything to the board, I'd like to chart this course. We'll Spell Pierce that. Because if we can find Helping Hand, we can still reanimate. So let's deal the 2. Let's chart a course. Find nothing. I don't think we care enough about Siren now. I think I'd rather drop Advantage and set up more mana for next turn. So they got a 2/2. Oh no, they don't have a 2/2. But we're gonna take 5 here, go to 12. They're gonna go to 19. Get a 1/1, get a map token, draw a card. No blocks. I don't have anything. Go for it. More land. Right now I think we're running 22 land, which I don't know if I'm just so used to like legacy and modern land. Like I feel like I'm constantly flooded or just starved for mana. I think yet again we just lead Steam Scholar and try and look for a way to get Oculus on. Alright, we found the helping hand. I want to decline. Pitch 2 of these fast lands. Go Wastes, Siren. Helping hand. Bring back an Oculus. And now at least, like, we're going to take some damage next turn, but we're in a position where we can turn this around. Ignore everything I just said. Let's deal 2. Maybe we should have attacked first. But I was trying to just, like, if we didn't get the helping hand, we were going to play Enti. I think we just block the 1/1s and then take 5 this turn, and then next turn make the decision if we want to chump block. Cause we have the map, we have Enti. Resolving the map early will help us decide kind of what we want to do with our turn. Another Enti, nice. Let's map. Yeah, I want that. Okay, so we'll play the Enti they know about. Go to combat. Go to attackers. I still think I want to leave the Siren back. We're going to discard the Spire Bluff Canal. We're going to put the counter on this Scholar so it can actually do some blocking. And then we don't have another Oculus. I thought we did. Alright, so they're at 8. We're at 6. I still don't think we're not in the worst position. I wonder if we should have attacked with that Siren. Let me know. Let me know in the comments. We can pretty freely block with Enti here, because we have another one that we can't really do anything with while we have this Enti. Alright, sorry about that. Give me a second. Hi, buddy. Hey. It's okay, buddy. You want to come play with me? Oh, okay. So, they're going to get a map token, buddy. Let's let them resolve everything they're going to resolve. We have lethal in the air if we can survive. So, the Enti we don't care about. I think we want to just chump and, like, I don't care if they get this back. block here, and then we'll see what they do from here. Because if they have a way to pump the Sentinel or a way to get rid of our 4/4 Augur, if they get rid of our 4/4 Augur without like combat tricks, it didn't really matter anyway. Or I could be better at math. All right, that was a punt. Let's see what we can do better. I feel like I constantly want these Sheltered by Ghosts. And I'm constantly... I think cutting one Bitterine, one Charter Course might be better for Delirium. What else do we want in this matchup? No More Lies? I don't know if this is a matchup for No More Lies. Torch the Tower. Let's cut the Kiora and let's run it at like this. Yeah, I was just so focused on the swing back that I did not do my math right. Let's play first. Let's look for a better 7. Alright, we can try this. Keep 6. I think I want to get rid of the Charter Course. And we'll go Vantage, pass. If they play something that's torchable on turn 1, we'll torch it. We'll go Canal. We'll go Reunion. We'll pitch the Reef. And keep looking for something useful. So they're going to take my Torch to the Tower here, which really... or the Sheltered by Ghosts, depending on... Like, if they have Llanowar Elf... Yep. Okay. So we'll go Vantage while it's free. We'll go Enti. Siren. Get a map token and pass. Maelstrom Pulse. Okay, we'll play land, Scholar. I think I want to keep the Helping Hand here. So we'll pitch this. I think I might actually just use it now. And then I'd rather counter than this Thundering Falls. And not have to draw a land next turn. And then, depending on what we draw, like, they haven't really done anything, but I think that's putting them more in a winning position than us. Another land. Let's try and put a counter on the Augur. Do I care about this? How many cards do we have in our grave? 5. I'm going to put that in grave. And I'm just going to hold this land. Maybe at some point we can turn it into something useful. Okay, another Maelstrom Pulse. Next turn their Cottage turns on. So we're going to recommission the Augur, or the Scholar. Draw 2. Discard the lands. I think we just want to swing for 2 here. Then next turn we can go Fear of Missing Out with Bitter Reunion. I like these sleeves. Alright, does that matter? Let's start with Fear of Missing Out. Discard that, draw that. Another land. Okay. So, we can attack for 5. We could attack for 8, but we'd have to sacrifice 2 permanents and lose the Fear of Missing Out. I think I would rather attack for 5, which might be a mistake. But, like, if I'm going to attack with the Fear of Missing Out, I want it to be for lethal. And I'm going to, yet again, keep the land in hand. I forgot that the Scholar had Vigilance, so we could have brought him down to 1, but I don't know how much that matters. Because unless they have removal here, we're in a position to win next turn. If they want to attack for 5, they can. Yeah, to me that tells me that this game's over. Spell Pierce. We're going to do nothing other than attack. And we're going to untap the Siren. So this will deal 5. We'll lose our Fear of Missing Out. Alright, game 3. Let's see what changes we want to make to the sideboard, if any. I think I want the exercises, which could be wrong. Definitely still want the Sheltered by Ghosts. Let's trim a Fear of Missing Out. And a Spell Pierce? No. Let's trim a Torch the Tower because it doesn't hit as much. Game 3. So we'll be on the draw this game. And hopefully we can get less lands. Not like that. So this is the same situation I was in. No, we don't. So we have the Oculus. We have a way to discard it, but we don't have a way to reanimate it. I think we're better off throwing that one away. So we're on the draw. We don't have a way to discard Oculus. But we have Oculus, Reanimation, a kill spell for their early draw, kill spell for a late game. This is close. Let's go to. Let's keep it. Get rid of the exercise, and we got 2 draws to find a land. All right, 1 draw to find a land. All right, we got a land. We'll go Memory just to get that online. Hopefully we can get a white source. No, of course not. Okay. Well, we don't really have a ton of agency here. Let's throw that away. Let's keep looking for a white source. Now I feel like this version plays more like a tempo deck, but like the white-blue version has significantly more consistent mana. And I don't know if that's worth making the change. Island. Okay, nice. And nothing. Like, the ceiling of this deck is so high, but then you just have moments where everything's a brick. I'm just gonna torch this, try and get a card in the grave. Try and buy some more time to find something. Like, even if I find white mana, it doesn't do anything. Really, I need like an augur. Or not an augur, a scholar. Well, that's close. So we're gonna play Fear of Missing Out. We're gonna discard Oculus. And still need white mana. Do I even want to Spell Pierce this, or do I just let this happen? Because if I Spell Pierce it, he's just gonna pay. So let's let it die. I think I want to change, like, maybe one more white source. Maybe swap out the Thundering Falls for the Meticulous Archive. Because now, so he's threatening lethal. At least now, if I get white mana, I can recommission, get the Oculus, blue mana. Alright. That puts us at 2-2. This match, I misplayed game 1. Game 3, maybe I shouldn't have kept that hand, but it didn't feel like it was getting any better. Let me know in the comments what you think I could have done differently, what you'd like to see in future videos. Just let me know. All right, match 3. This is going to be our last match. Win, lose, whatever. Currently, we're at a 500 record on the day. Lost to Cage, lost to Green Black, beat Mono Red and Jeskai Convoke, and drawing 5 lands. Let's hit the wrong button. All right, let's make it work. Another land. Well, based on this, let's lead with Thundering Falls. We're going to keep Kiora. Because between Kiora, the 2 Fear of Missing Outs, we should be able to filter through some of these lands. Joke's on you. I only got lands. Alright, so let's go Seachrome, Fear of Missing Out, and then let's pitch the extra Spire Bluff. Okay. I'm okay with that. So maybe 5 lands is not the worst. And it looks like they're on blue-black instead of Esper. Sure. So I might want to discard the Kiora here and recommission her. Is that better? Yeah, I think I like that play. So let's go Vantage. Kiora. And then we'll discard, I think it's the Siren, because yeah, actually, yeah, Siren, and then we have land and sorcery, so we can't turn on FOMO now. We'll discard the land. Swinging doesn't really help us, so no attacks. Next turn, if we cast Scholar, we can turn on Kiora. But I have a feeling they're going to kill her before we get that far. Unless they perceive the FOMO as the bigger threat. Yep, she's going down. Oh, bounce. I'm okay with that. Battlefield Forge. I think I want to attack first and then chart a course to just straight draw 2. Because there's no way I can turn FOMO on now. And I think that puts me in the best position long term to both, you know, turn on fear, find something more aggressive. Let's start by drawing 2. I don't... Oh. Let's drop the other FOMO. And then when we pitch the torch to the tower, as long as... Assuming this resolves, we pitch the torch to the tower... Forget it. No pitching, no dreams. But next turn we can cast... Oh, we don't even need to cast it. Because FOMO is an enchantment. Yeah. Please hold. Sorry about that. Had to grab a diaper for my son. We're still gonna pitch torch the tower. Oh, that was kind of cool. We'll go down to 10. So, if we play Spyglass Siren, it'll turn on Torch the Tower to kill something. But then we can't do much else. And if we do something else, it really leaves the window open for them to generate card advantage with this entity tracker. So I think what I want to do is Siren. And then bargain this. Don't want that. And now we can get in for 4. I don't know. I think there was something better we could have done there. I just don't know what. This is going to be a big bird. We're not gonna block. Land, okay. So if I drop Kiora, like the 8/8 is no. I want the Vigilance to combine with FOMO. And then we're gonna decline here. We're gonna discard these. So now we have Torch the Tower up. Do I untap this to chump? Yeah. And then no attack, second combat, and now we end turn. Because I don't want to put us in a position where any kind of trick with Hopeless Nightmare or drawing Hopeless Nightmare kills us. So they're going to swing with this. We're going to chump with Siren, I think. And then next turn we can augur and look for something. So there's nothing we can really do about that. Still need to chump. We're going to kill the Flood Pit's Drowner. Bitter Union, does that help us at all? I don't think so. Let's get rid of the Spell Pierce. Okay, we got something going here. I don't know what, but we got something. So we're going to go to combat. We're going to attack with Fear of Missing Out, and we're going to untap our Scholar. Then we're going to attack with our Scholar. And finally, we're going to Helping Hand. Do we want the Kiora or the Fear of Missing Out? They're at 7. I think the Kiora gives us the most options. Yeah, we'll keep the Recommission. Because now if we need to chump, at least, yeah. If we need to chump, the Recommission can get us another blocker, dig deeper. If Cure attack, if they have anything on the ground, Cure will give us an 8/8, which they can't really do much about. So let's just sit back and let them decide. If they attack, I think we just take it. No attack. Okay. So, do we want to do anything before combat? Yeah. I think I want to recommission a Scholar. I'm going to decline here because I'm going to discard Cure in the land. I'm going to play Siren. We're just going to pop this right away on a Scholar. Sure, we'll play the land. No attacks. So this really limits their outs because we have a chump blocker. If we get to attack now with fear of missing out now, it should be game. And we can just hard cast this Oculus next turn. So we're just going to chump with this. What does this do? Sure. Okay. Awesome. Let's get ready for game 2. What do I want for game 2? Let me just bring up their deck list. So they don't have a lot that dies to Pyroclasm. They have Kaito. I feel like I keep wanting to bring in Sheltered by Ghosts. And I don't know if that's right. But I think it answers more of their things. And yet again, we'll cut a Reunion, cut a Chart of Course, and cut Kiora. I mean, with how much this is my sideboard plan, I wonder almost if this is just what I want my main deck to look like and can open up some more sideboard slots. I almost wish I had like a Day of Judgment in the sideboard. All right, let's go to game 2. Alright, so we got a 1-lander. On the draw, 2 Sheltered by Ghosts, Memory. This is risky, but I'm going to try it. I feel like the amount that we churn through our deck. And if we can just draw a white source now. Alright, well, let's go Spyglass Siren. Get a map token. If they don't do anything, I might use the map token for nothing. Okay, Spire Bluff, straw card. Alright, at least next turn I can use the map token. I feel like I'm constantly looking for white mana. Okay. So let's use this. We can map 1. Seachrome, Helping Hand, Oculus, Manifest. They might kill the Oculus here, but we'll keep moving. Depending on what they do, I might Shelter by Ghosts on like the Spyglass Siren and make it draw attention away from the Oculus and make it so that if they put resources into killing the Oculus, we're spreading our threats. If the best they can do is Memory, I'm okay with that. And then return the memory. 2 white sources. Okay. Let's Sheltered by Ghosts here. Let's get rid of this. And then let's Sheltered by Ghosts here. Sure, we lose a life. And let's get rid of... I don't know this. So if they can deal with this Oculus with Ward 4, we're not in the best shape. But, like, we have a backup Sheltered by Ghosts. I should know where to run. Okay. What are we doing now? So they're at 6. They're tapped out. Let's Sheltered by Ghosts. Let's turn this face up. Let's explore. And there we go. Good enough for a 3-2 finish. Now, despite my misplays, that is supposed to be one of our better matchups. Thoughts on the deck? Let's take a look at the deck. Decks. Jeskai Oculus. So the mana base is terrible. I think maybe an additional Ardakar Wastes is what we want. And maybe swapping this Thundering Falls out for a Meticulous Archive. Helping Hand, yada yada. Bitter Reunion, like I get that it's in here to make Fear of Missing Out more consistent. Maybe it's just better than Chart a Course, which is reasonable. So maybe it's cut to Chart a Course. Kiora, I'm okay with game 1 just because it adds more threats, but maybe like we add an NT. And do I have another one of these? Yeah, add an Ardakar Wastes, cut the island. We got one more space. One more recommission, maybe? We can craft that. And then... I do not... Oh. And we'll cut one of these. And then sideboard. Now that we have more white, do we have... filters. That's what we're looking for. No Day of Judgment. What's the version of Day of Judgment that's in Foundations? Go standard. Blue-white control. Day of Judgment. Why can't I? Collected, not collected. Anyway, Ghost Vacuum never came in, but I also didn't see the mirror. No More Lies. I don't know where the right place for that card is. Lauren I liked in the off camera match. Maybe we increase this. Chandra Spark Hunter feels cool, but yet again I don't know where to bring it in. But overall, thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think we could do better next time, and yeah, thank you and have a beautiful day.